We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Austin Desperados and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run. What's that? 53. Check 53. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Check. And Eddie. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Hey, Steve 6. Check. 59. You what, Petrie? Mike 5'9".
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll give it here to his running back. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Goff. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass.
Fucking bullshit, dog.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 22.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Flowers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch the screen. Cal. Go. All right. Set.
Now on 2nd and 16. Goff got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A good pick up there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Flowers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, Goff. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time. Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. On 2nd and goal, Goff. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year.
Man should have threw a pick 3 fucking passes.
Strike first here in this opening quarter.
Oh.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move, touchdown! A big play there. 83 yards as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way. Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
180.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will have a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 25 on 2nd down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Goff. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. He's checking. Ready? Crash, crash. Check. Big time.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's cut. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yeah, man, 80. What's up? Check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Darnold. Able to shake him off. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
53 is the mic. Check. 53 is the mic.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now Bell. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Joker. You got tape.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
I can't believe they even let you play. He's got it. Double up. Chopper. Kill. Slam.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Now a 1st down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
What? 180. I'm coming.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Andy Isabella was the intended target. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on second down, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
51 the mic. 51 the mic. Let's go. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 50.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
It's caught inside the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
2 for 66.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st down, Goff. There goes a deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Robbie Anderson, 79 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns get a score closer. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Mike is 59. Mike is ready.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
Stop your whining. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
After the penalty, it's Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40. as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Safe. Shoot. Lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Who do you want? Check 53 flat. Check 53 flat.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Darnold from the red zone now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Damn, I hit the
And
wrong
he'll take
button.
it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Shit.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
53 at the mark. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st down, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going to give this time to the tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is gone. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again. Gone. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Here's Gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the...
And now here's another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, It took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now gone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, 53. 50. Mike. Here we go, here we go.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
53 is the Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Darnold. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
You know, like I say, the legal block in the back. How is it a legal block in the back?
You better
When
be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Yo, 80. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check. Presto.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting for the
Man,
end
come
zone.
on, bro.
Football, it's out. And this is picked up
Whatever,
by the
Madden, man.
Browns.
Like,
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
don't make no damn
back.
sense.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Value 3.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bravo. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Gone. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now a first down throw. Gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
On first down, it's gone. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, it's Flowers. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Obama. Hey, Foxtrot.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's gone. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Goff. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point
Some
conversion.
sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for our visitors, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, They'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy just to sit in